Yeah, I can see it now.
Right. Okay. So this is the topic which we need to start today. So it's importing data into SAS. So earlier we had seen how one can access data, right? So what are the types of data? Then we had seen how one can access data through libraries, right? Now we'll see how one can write a procedure to import the data into SAS. Now importing is that we are just importing the information into SAS by using a procedure. Whereas libname was we were actually creating the library within the SAS which was connecting to our external drive, and we were fetching in the data, right? Now we'll see how one can import the data in the system. So again, importing, we can do it with structured as well as unstructured data. So for it, we have a procedure called as proc import. So you can import unstructured data and convert it or create a structured data out of it with a procedure called as proc import. So for it, you have the syntax in this form where we'll see you are actually importing .csv file. Now .csv file is an extension called as comma separated values. So these values are separated by commas. So there is no defined rows and columns, but default this comma separated data values is saved in Excel workbook. Okay, but it is saved as .csv. So proc import data file equal to, you give the path where your file is, give the file name along with its extension. Option you provide is DBMS, telling SAS its database management system, DBMS, a type of file. Okay, its database management system is equal to CSV. In case you are importing Oracle, it will be Oracle. In case if you are importing text, it will be text. All right. So this is the type of database system file. And out equal to is an option with this proc import statement. See, its statement ends with this semicolon here. So out equal to specifies the output table name, where by importing this raw file or this external file, you are creating a structured SAS data set, and you stop the procedure or the step by run. All right. So same thing, we'll
Okay.
just check it on our studio. So this is the studio for me to log in. So for me, whenever I start my session, I need to submit this. All right. So as per our syntax, now within our data, if you have observed your data folder, along with SAS files, we do have non-SAS files like Excel and CSV. So this CSV file, see, it is not showing you any type of structured information. Hence, it is unstructured data. So we are going to eh, check or read this information into SAS by importing it. So hence I use this procedure proc import data file equal to, I provide the path where my this particular file is saved. Along with this path, we know it is saved in data folder. Within data folder, the data set or the data file which we are going to import is class underscore birth date dot CSV, correct? Post this, I'm going to use an option telling SAS the particular database is DBMS, that is Database Management System. See, it's telling what is your data source identifier. It specifies the type of data to import. So our type of data is CSV type of data. So it's CSV, it's telling comma separated file. All right. And here post this, I'll give another option telling out equal to, telling SAS that we are going to create a data set out of this, telling class, let the name be the same. Why? Because we know this is going to create a data set within SAS in our temporary library called work. Why work? Because by default, we are not providing any libref assigned before this class. Hence, it will default be saved into our work library, right? Which is temporary. Now I submit my proc import. Sorry. So this is what it's giving you the output into your output data window, not into result window, because proc import is a procedure where it is importing the data and creating a data set. It's not creating a result or report. So let's check your log to understand what log is trying to give us the information on this procedure. Resubmit. All right, let's check whether in your work library this data has been created. See, class birth date. So this is the data set been created. Fine. All right. Yes, Priyanka.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the same thing here. All right. So you can always open this demonstration lesson 2 D03 to perform this, or you simply type the same program which I have done here and try this demonstration. So try this demonstration. Done? Did you get the output? Yes?
Not yet. Just 1 second. It was not giving me the typing I was typing. So I think I was typing in the wrong window. Out
You need to
equal
type
to
into editor window with a new program.
many things are open. Out is just class birth date. Oh, there is no semicolon after CSV also. Okay. No semicolon after CSV and this class semicolon. Let's do it. No way of running down. That's why it's giving me. Yeah, I run it. My log says 19 rows created in work class birth date from home U5945268, whatever that thing.
So it's
The
simply trying
result.
to tell you that proc import has read your external file, which is of .csv type, and it has created a data set with the name of work.class birth date, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's it. You get the result that you have read a unstructured data and you have converted into a structured data set called as work.class.date. Now look at the screen. Now in case if I again select this particular program and I ask SAS to run it, okay? So when I rerun it, so it's giving me a note. Look at the screen. Look at the highlighted part. It's telling import is
Import
cancelled.
cancel.
Why? Because it's telling output dataset name work.birthdate class is already existing. So it's telling specify a replace option to overwrite it. So this happens when that in case when you're working on a specific data file and that data file you have to run it after every 24 hours, and you know the database in the system or in the organization is always getting updated at every 12 hours or 5 hours, whatever the schedule is. So you want the same file to be used every time. So if you try to again resubmit this program, it will give you this type of note. But you need to have the updated file. So you can always make use of an option here called as replace. All right. So you can always write the option replace. So it's a statement actually. You write it replace. Fine. So
Okay, just replace and then run it.
yeah, see this replace, where is the semicolon? So this semicolon is ending your proc import, which starts from here, it ends here. So it's a part of your statement. Okay, it's highlighted in blue. With this only you should understand that it's a keyword. So now I again select this and I submit it. So now I get the data file. I do not get any type of note about cancellation of import is done. So it's telling now import is successful and a data set is created. All right. So in case your data is getting updated, you can always make use of this replace, because the earlier data is the data before, suppose some hours, you want the updated information also. So every time you use proc, sorry, proc import, you need to use replace. All right. I hope you understood the concept, how replace works.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we go back into our data, and I'll just show you the external data file for your data here.
Ashwini just reminded me something.
Yeah.
You asked me if I had any question. I
Yeah.
said that no, I did not. I totally forgot when I ran the activity number 7,
Hmm.
exporting the Excel file. Somehow that Excel, like in different files, in different sheets, it had more than 100 data. Like in one, it had 490, in one, it had 300. The data which I got was only 100 rows.
So which data you're talking, like which step you are talking
Sorry,
about?
the the exercise, I'm sorry, I'm taking you back. The exercise number 7. I'll just try to do it again. Wait, because I
Is
had
it
it
is it the
open to ask
practice
you, but
session? From practice you're telling
yes, the practice session which you gave me,
me?
and we I'm trying to do it again. Info it had, and let me just see it one time. When we did this thing, now I just remembered that I had that question, but since my data got removed, I forgot that part.
So you know why sometimes
Um,
it happens is because there is a default setting which was on the system done, that due to the huge rows, sometimes it is limited to read only 200 rows. So that you can just read through your PDF book carefully, and you can adjust the number of rows to be read. Okay. So by which step you was doing that? Was it with the libname?
so I did the lib name statement, and in lib name I gave it the Excel file,
Hmm.
XLXS, which step it was doing,
But when
and
you
then
are doing with libname, there should not be any limitations of rows to be read. So that's not an issue.
that's why I didn't know that, but it was not reading the data like that. Let's change with Zoom.
So
Somehow it
in
is
case if you have
wrong.
this type of issue, what you can do is you can always read from support.sas.com website, that why this is happening when you're using this libname statement. So you'll get your queries resolved from there, because this is how you'll be getting some of the challenges when you're working on live data scenarios. And this type of questions may be asked in case if you are appearing for certification exam, or even when you're appearing for interviews. So that time you should know how you can surf through sas support.com and get the inputs on this type of issues.
So, okay. But can you tell me now, like, how can that be corrected?
No,
Like,
with
I'll go
libname
check.
there should
Hmm.
not be an issue, because with libname it reads all the rows
It
into,
should.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm trying
Okay,
to do it again,
now
but that's
let's move ahead with this next example. Now look at this Excel. This Excel is NP underscore info Excel. And if you look at this Excel, you have various sheets. You have park sheets, you have species sheets, and you have visit sheets. Now remember, when you was importing or when you was accessing this Excel NP underscore info via libname, it was creating a library for NP, and you could see every individual seat as a data into that library. Correct? I hope you remember.
yeah.
Yeah. So now when we do the same proc import, like for example, I'll use this proc import, and here I use the dataset name called np underscore info dot excel. So is it XLS or XLSX? Excel. SX. It's DBMS. I change it as XLSX. And now just understand, I'll give a new name for it. Suppose NP data. Fine. So I execute this. Now pay attention. So when I'm importing this NP info Excel workbook into SAS, now this workbook already has 3 Excel sheets, right? So first Excel sheet was parks, then was about species, and then visits. But when I imported this data, I could see the information only for the first sheet, that is parks. Okay, I cannot see the data as we were saying with library accessing. Why? Because libname was accessing the whole workbook, whereas when we do proc import, it is going to import an individual file or individual sheet from this workbook. So in case if you want to create a new data with individual worksheets, I can always give a data called a name for this, and I use the option or the statement called as sheet equal to, and I give the sheet name that I want to use was parts. All right. So this is what the next topic, which is telling you about sheets. So what we are doing it with proc import with Excel, that you are specifying an individual Excel sheet to be read into SAS. Okay. So just a second. Your sheet and the sheet name. Okay, then I'll come to what is guessing rows. Okay, so I'll explain that also. But look at this, I want to import only the first sheet, which is parks. So now I execute this and I check telling SAS or looking into log. So what log will give me the messages? Just re-execute. All right, so let's check into our libraries for your work and see you get parks data. Fine. So like this, you can read every time you want to read an individual worksheet via using your libname's proc import statement. You can always make use of this sheet equal to option. Now, for example,
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Why did this sheet go into the work
because
statements? Why did it not?
we are not providing any permanent libref name here when we are creating a data set, Priyanka. By default, it's getting saved into work library. We are not providing any instructions to SAS that it is need to show saved into permanent library. So by default, it will get saved into work library. I hope you remember that libraries are a two type, permanent and temporary. So
No,
temporary
I
by
remember
default is
that,
work.
but I
Permanent, you can create your own permanent library. So in case if you want to create your own permanent library, write a libname and give the name for it. Suppose I give the name as base and I provide a particular folder for it. So whatever I'll be saving in this path of this folder base, it will be one of my permanent libraries. So this is what I'm creating my library now. So I provide this path and I refer here base dot. So I execute this libname. I did not select it correctly. See, L did not got selected. So I go and check my libraries. So
whatever
I get my
you're
base.
doing it
See,
so
I get my
fast.
base library has been created, right? So see, the instructions, libname
So
statement
now
is the
is this,
same.
yeah, but is this a permanent library
Yeah,
now?
now this is a user defined permanent library. So every time you open your session, you simply submit your libname, whatever is saved in this path, it will be there in the session. So library is nothing but your path. So whatever you save in this path is there on the session. You just need to connect it by submitting your libname statement. And now when I execute
And
this proc import, I'm asking SAS to save it in your permanent library, user defined permanent library base. And if you check your log, it's telling now it is saved into base library as parks data. So I go back and check the library for base. You will find within base you have parks data. Now this is one of your permanent data file now. Understood?
can I see how much output are we getting?
Just a
Is it
second.
like
I'll
only
explain
100
you
you are
that also.
getting?
Just a second. Now,
Okay.
in case if I want to execute or read another file, now this are the observations nearly. How many rows with this you have?
You got all of them.
So these are 369 rows, correct?
Yeah.
So when
In the
the
visits.
data was created, it's showing me for, no, let me see which sheet it is. Visits, parks. So parks, I think parks also has only 56. Yeah. So that many rows it's been read within this data file. So now
56 it but the other one which had 390, out of that only 100 it is reading.
we did not, I did not read this visit at,
No, 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 you did not read it. But in my case, I'm telling you, it was only reading 100 even in that case.
but you
That's
was
what I was
using
telling
libname
you.
statement, right? So see, you have the option here where you can set the preferences at how many rows you want to read within the data. So you can always, that's what I'm trying to tell you, that please read it into
Mhm.
sassupport.com, how you can increase the number of rows to be read into the session. Okay, so the same thing we will check here also. Now I use this visit data to be read in my data file, and the sheet which we'll be using to read is visit. Is it visit or visits? Okay, it's visits. Okay, so now for example, look at this. I'm trying to read the visits sheet into my SAS environment with proc import. So it's reading 368 rows, all fine. But in case it was limiting to read it, what you can do is you can always use an option called as guess number. Just a second. See, guess in rows. Okay, so what is this option doing? Again, it's an option or it's a statement, independent statement. So guess in row. So this you need to provide how many numbers of rows you want to actually import into SAS, or this is n number, or you can always use an option called as max. So that means maximum rows it should read into SAS. So this is the way you can always read the rows into SAS by giving the number of rows which you are looking to read it. So what is it? Guess in rows, guessing rows, sorry, guessing rows. This is the option. All fine now. So now
Okay.
let's understand. Now when I execute this, so your visit already has 368 rows, correct? Now, but I have logged some error. Statement is in out of proper order. Let me check. Okay, instead of 100, let me make it max. that it should read all maximum rows. So still I have some issues. Previous statement has been deleted. It's in guessing rows. Let me do it after sheet. Let me place it after sheet and check. It should work. But this is what it's telling. It specifies the number of rows to determine column type and default length, which is 20. So it specifies the number of rows to be read into your SAS files. It's an independent statement. So this is how guessing rows is used normally. Okay, so what I will suggest is you can always try this demo P2D03. It's with guess rows. Try this demo P2D03.
E102D3. Okay. 10. E102 D3, right? In activities or demo?
It's D, na? It's D03. D means demo.
Oh, D means demo.
So you should check in demo folder.
Yeah. So in demo folder, let me, why is it running average cards? Import. Import data file equal to, need the file name. Which file name do we need? Which file do we have to run? Visit parks NP1 only. So NP1, let's go get your name. जॉय जॉय मेरा गेट बंद कर दो प्लीज थैंक यू import I've done dbs is equal out.
So I hope you have opened this demonstration, right? It's the same demonstration. So it's telling you about replace and it's asking you to read storm damage.csv file. and give the name as storm damage import. Correct? I hope you're doing the same demo. D03.
Let me see. P0102D3. I think it's that one.
P1
Zero
stands for
one.
programming 1. 202 is the lesson 2.
No, I got it.
You got it? And D is
Got
demo 03.
Yeah. Proc import data file. What do you want me to write in the out? Because visit is not the one we will be writing. So should I write the same file
See, they have given in
as
this
storm?
demo what name they have given, right? Use the
Storm.
same. Yeah. Because visit is into a different Excel file, Priyanka. That is NP
Yeah,
info. This is storage damage, storm damage.
yeah, storm damage. I was just asking because name we can keep any, right? I was asking you which should I keep because you were writing different one. Proc import data file in CSV, DSP, CSV, out CSV. And after out, I have to write replace. After replace, for me, it's like first time. So I have to think. After replace, I have to write sheet. And then after sheet, I have to write who had, oh, don't have anything on it. Mm, sheet and then guess in complete the proc step strong temporary sustainable import replace the table if exists replace I've done complete the proc content step to examine the properties highlight the demo so guess in grows max oh, something is not right in guess in grows. You did guess in gross and maximum. That's all was written. So why is my guess is not? Oh yeah, it is not because the upper one is not complete. What should I write in this sheet equal to?
Now the storm's damage has only one sheet, so no need of using any sheet option because it will read by default the
Okay,
individual sheet which is already there in that work. See
in
this
that
workbook.
file because it's
See this workbook on the screen. It is having this only one Excel sheet, so it will read by default only this Excel sheet.
oh okay.
So if you had
It has
multiple
only
Excel sheets, then you would have used that sheet equal to a statement.
okay. And this is an Excel, but I am doing the CSV one, right?
It's all
So
fine.
that
CSV
is
only
same.
DBMS changes, right? But sheets are
Okay.
already there, multiple sheets in case if you are reading workbook with multiple sheets of
Okay.
CSV.
Just have to run. Can I show you, like
Yeah,
share the screen
yes.
here from beginning so you can see when I'm writing something. Oh, D. EMS type is not valid for import.
So can you please share your screen?
Yeah, you have to give me permission.
Okay, yeah.
It says it is disabled.
Yes, yes.
Mm. No, I did a mistake. This doesn't need me to write a semicolon, but I think that
Yeah,
flicker
I've
which
provided
is
the permission to share. You can just share your screen. All right.
so
So give me the
I think
request. I'm giving you the asking you the control request, please.
so. I think
Okay,
some semicolon.
Let me check your program. DBMS type CSV not valid for import. DBMS is CSV.CSV storage. So this is already there.
I wrote them. Replace also. So it's not like it's reading the old one. And run is also there.
So it's telling system stop processing this step because of errors. Proc import used. Out storage, storm storage, replace guessing. This is all fine. So there is no issues with the program. CSV, why it's not telling? Syntax is all correct. DBMS is CSV. See, you have, sorry, what you have given the DBS name and what is the file name? See here,
Small.
what, it's not small. Check.
CSV.
And what you have given here?
No, it's CSV.
See here,
Mm-hmm.
CVS you have given. I hope now you've understood.
CSV.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is why it was giving you error. Now select it and submit. Fine. Check your log.
Small things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It says there are 38 rows and there are 5
So it's
columns.
all the rows which whatever the rows in that particular sheet was, it has taken in.
Okay.
Check your log. See, it's telling import successful and datasets work.storm damage is successfully created, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you please stop sharing so that I'll share my screen? I'll move ahead. All right. So this was what we have done. Now you have a question coming to the next slide. Okay, now look at this. It's telling open this activity A08. This program imports a tab delimited file. Run the program twice and carefully read the log. What is the different about second submission? Fix the program and rerun it to confirm that import is successful. So open this activity A08.
Where did I go? Storm data. Mom is going to share my screen so we can look at it and do together maybe.
No, you just complete with this activity. It's what we have already done. So it's just telling you run it twice and check your log why the second time submission did not work and how you'll fix it. It's very simple. You'll understand. The log itself is giving you the instructions what to do.
Your answer is saying to do it in the storm damage. What is my activity number 2.08 is saying is to do it with the NP library.
So do
That's
one
why I
thing,
wanted to.
try to open its previous activity or the 8A09 activity. Maybe there is some changes with the number, but either do the 9 one. Just open activity 9 and check if
The
it is
tab
showing.
limited file. Yeah, it's
Yeah, so if it
209.
is A09, so go ahead.
Okay. So this program imports a tab delimited file. Run the program twice and carefully read the log. What is the different about the second submission? Fix the program and rerun it to confirm the import was successful. Proc import data file is equal to as workshop. Okay, I will have to change that workshop to mine. TVS out storm damage tab. All I have to do is change the place. So the file should be same. Oh, okay. I need a file with a tab, not CSV. I have a tab file. So the tab file, go up. I can see properties and the tab.
Done.
Yeah, I ran it.
So run it twice and check your log.
Yeah, so the same thing. Like when you run it twice, it says that this tab already exists. So you have to kind of
Correct.
replace it.
Correct. So you'll have
If
to
you
add a,
to do it,
you'll
yeah.
have to
Have to
add a
replace.
Correct option, right.
And replace goes after out. Replace goes after out. Okay. What is the different about the second solution? Fix the program and return it to confirm the import was successful. Hmm, that's the problem.
Done with this, with applying replace.
I applied replace, but it did not run replace.
Fix the program and rerun it to confirm that the import is successful. So check where you have kept whether replace is highlighted blue and it is before your semicolon, and resubmit it. It will create a data file.
Is
So,
okay, just that the replace is not coming in blue sign, which I
so,
know it should.
so do you have space given between the name of the data file and replace? Check that. Where is, see, look at the screen. This should be your correct answer. It's, so this was the earlier note, import cancelled, output was not because it's already existed. So you need to replace. So you specify this replace option here like this.
I did same, but my replace, I know the problem is with the, let me check the spelling. Replace. I'm sure I wrote replace this time. I was careful. I replace is not giving. I
Share
mean,
your
I
screen,
know.
please. Share your screen.
Why? No, like you're right, and it should be just done. You don't have to go through that.
Replace your
But
screen, please, Priyanka.
I'm doing it. So this is it.
See what is there. You have given semicolon after your output out statement. Out. This is the syntax. Check your log first. Now it has become blue. Are you
That's what I
getting
was
it?
saying.
What
It was
was
not.
your issue? You had a
Yeah,
semicolon. So
semicolon.
looking
So
at
it
it
was
only, you
reading.
should come to know. So this will come only when you practice, practice, and practice. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So practice is really important. Okay. So let's move ahead. Stop sharing your screen, please.
Got it.
Yeah. All right. So this was all about your proc import and how one can use a replace option, and what is guessing rows option or statement, sorry, what is sheet statement, right? So this all has, okay, so this was the sheet equal to statement. Okay, so it's a statement, it's starting with the identifying keyword, ending with a semicolon. So I think we have already done this. So before moving into next topic, let's discuss what is the difference between using your XLSX lib engine and proc import to read Excel data in SAS program. This I have already discussed, but let me know what is your understanding now. What if we use libname and how it is different than proc import?
So there's two differences. I feel the first one is in libname, you create a library,
Mm-hmm.
kind of Excel sheet, and then you can use it, and you have to clear it also.
All right.
So discontinue the connection. Whereas in proc import, it's just like getting the data in, as much data you want into the workplace where you want it, and you don't need to clear it.
Yes, the major
Will
difference
auto-
you have already given it in a very first statement, telling that with libname you actually access the whole workbook, including its all
whole book.
sheets. We could see it as a different data files into a library. Whereas with proc import, you import a particular sheet individually. In case an individual sheet again needs to be, or different sheets from the workbook has to be read, you use that. into your proc import as a sheet equal to statement. So it's a procedure of proc importing individual sheets, whereas libname is you're actually accessing the whole workbook into SAS, right? And you create a library out of it. I hope it's clear now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So beyond this learning, what we have seen on slides, you can always create libraries that are assigned automatically. So try the challenge practices, which is given in your practice session post this topic. Then learn about accessing other types of data files, like for example, SAS access. And you can always read the documentation of SAS access. If you remember, I've explained how one can read extra topics on SAS topics via support.sas.com. And of course, you can also explore yourself reading the topics about how one can read raw data files into SAS. And hence you have an exercise post this topic. So let's end up your question with lesson quiz. So it's telling in this proc contents output, what is the default length of the birth date column?
Birth date column.
Default length.
Wait, birth date. We're talking about date. Numeric.
What is the length by default?
Length by default for numeric is 8 bytes, which is
Absolutely correct. So this is what the option is, 8 bytes. Okay. Moving ahead, which libname statement has the correct syntax here?
which libname statement has the correct syntax. Libname reports, file path, workshop. The first one.
Check at the libref name whether it's not more than 8 characters long. So accordingly you are telling A is correct. Yes. So second one is not correct because it's not given into quotes, and third one is also improper because it's starting with numbers.
Numbers.
Which of the following tables is available at the beginning of a new SAS session? So remember we had discussed we have two libraries. Yes, SAS dot class, because SAS help is a permanent library which is there for us in the session, and within this permanent library we have this class data file. Okay, so in this table what type of column is employee ID? So looking at the column values, tell me what is the type of employee ID type?
It's numeric.
Absolutely correct. Though it is having missing value representing as period, it is a numeric data. Which statement about SAS dates is false? False. It's talking about false.
State is one of the three sys column types. 3, 1. SAS dates represent the number of dates from. That's right. SAS date value can be positive or negative. Right. SAS date values can be used in calculations. That's right. A.
So which one is false? A, absolutely correct. So date, SAS date is one of three. No, it's never always three types of date values for SAS dates in SAS, because it's always only one type, which is numeric. Absolutely correct. So which libname statement has the correct syntax for reading a Microsoft Excel file?
Excel file. Okay. Libname Excel. No. Libname my data. Excel file path. My data. My Excel file. Last one.
Absolutely true. Which library name libref is valid?
Libref. Date. E is not valid. 2 is not valid. 3 and 4 both should, like C and D, both should be valid.
So check the length.
The
So only
length
C is valid because
8.
it's not more than 8 characters.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, it is 9. Right. Should have counted 9.
Correct. So to dissociate a libref, that you previously assigned, you can use the unassign option in libname statement. It is true or false?
False.
Absolutely. We use libname libref clear statement, right?
Clear statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does this code do? Look at the code carefully and select appropriate option.
It creates a SAS table named Bird 817 in the work library. CSV it is from CSV file bird count and replaces whenever the CSV file is updated. Replace the CSV file is updated. That's right. It creates a SAS table named 817 in the work library from the CSV file. It uses CSV engine to directly read the data file. A.
It's B. So see, it's doing proc import data file equal to, the file is BERT count.csv, dbms is csv, out is BERT 817 replace. So is B because it creates a SAS table named BERT 817 in the work library from CSV file BERT count.
But it has a replace statement. So it will replace the file whenever we will update.
We will update of until and unless we submit it.
Yeah, but it has run,
It will
right?
update at its backend, but until and unless you do not resubmit it every time, it will not get replaced for the updated values.
That's what it is asking. What does this code do? If we run this code,
If we run, right, but replace is just an option which they have provided. But ideally, what is it doing? It's creating a data file called BERT817 by reading BERTcount.csv.
okay, so just don't think when it will run, what will happen. Just think what it will do if it is not running.
Right. So the question, the A statement, it's very clearly telling it creates data file named BERT817. It's all fine. In work library, this is fine. From reading CSV file BERT count, this is also fine. And it's telling and
Mhm.
replaces whenever CSV file is updated. It's not whenever it is updating at the backend, but it will get updated and replaced only when we resubmit it.
When we resubmit it. Okay.
Right? Yeah. So in which portion of a SAS table are the following found? Name of the table, type of the column, salary, and creation date of the table.
Descriptor.
Absolutely true. All right. So with
Yeah.
this, we have done with your lesson number 2. So before ending our day, let's have at least one exercise done. So you have kept your PDF book handy.
Yeah.
So come to the practice post your proc import. Come to the practice tab of PDF.
These are practices. No, these are still discussions.
So this is
At-
where I check. So
Yeah,
with
I
lesson
am on
2,
practice.
post import, we have practice.
Yeah, practice. If you
It is
restarted
page
your
2
session,
31. So
yeah,
we have three
importing
levels of
Excel.
practice practices: level 1, level 2, level 3. So will you just complete level 1, which is importing Excel data from a single worksheet. So they are asking you to open an pre-existing practice code, which is lesson 2 P01, and complete this and check whether you see the descriptor portion like this along with the data. So just complete this. Yes. So
Any
show me
idea
your
what?
code, please.
That's what I'm trying to ask. I don't know where it is. So I was working on this and I can't see libraries here. So I was trying to find the view to check if libraries were closed or
Just
something.
refresh this tab. Refresh this tab.
Oh yeah, I'll have to do again.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Do
Yes or
yes.
no?
Yes. 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 This is your libname statement already there. Don't auto save it. No. Okay. Just cancel this window. Cancel this window.
Yeah,
Now
whatever
go
I
ahead
did
and
is
do
gone,
this.
right?
Yeah.
Again, I'll have to do it.
So I think you
I
now
was just
understood
trying
what to
to
do, right?
find.
So you just
I
need to
know. Yeah,
proc
I did
import.
run the import file.
Yeah. And then you can see the contents for
Yeah,
your data file. So this you can do it as your self study,
yeah.
and
I
you
just wanted to ask, once the data file, I ran the data file. So when I was giving the proc contents data, here I will give the SAS file, which is created in libraries work because of the upper thing, right?
upper thing,
Because
no,
proc contents will,
because it's telling here that you are importing an Excel file and you'll be creating a data called as Eurosport trade. So this data set which you'll be creating is into work library, and for this data set which is you will be exporting and creating as a data file, you will be say doing its proc contents. That is Eurosport trade X data file.
oh, that I
Understood?
understood. That I understood, that I did. And wait, let me just do it. Again. I was just proc contents. We use the we don't use the Excel file, right? For proc contents, anyways, I'll have to use the SAS file.
That's what I was telling. When the data file which you are creating as SAS by using out equal to option, that is the name they have already explained in the green comment box, that you have to give the name as Eurosport trade dataset. So this dataset contents you have to use, right?
Yeah.
So in your out statement, you have already given the dataset name here, okay? So that dataset name you have to use in your proc contents.
Yeah, but in proc content, I have to write properties from some.
Why you have to write properties? It's proc content data equal to, give two levels as dataset name, work dot, EU sport trade. That's it. Because it's a dataset now. Why you need to have properties with path? Done?
Okay. I was
Yes.
thinking I'll have to find the SAS descriptor values. So
So this
no,
is the what descriptor value you see on your screen.
I don't have to find its file location. I can just give the name.
Because we have already created a data set out of it. Correct?
Got it.
Yes. So this will come only when you practice. So let's stop for the day,
Yeah.
and we can start our lesson number 3. So is it possible to attend the class tomorrow as well?
No. You will do in the evening?
Yeah, evening, Monday evening for you.
Yeah, like uh,
Yeah. So let's meet up again Monday evening. That is for you tomorrow evening.
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll stop for the day, but I would ask you to please revise the topics, practice, and perform all demonstrations, activities, and exercises from PDF book. So,
Yeah, okay.
yes, bye and have a good day ahead.